Hello, everybody. This is the boss, the owner, the man of RCCW, the one and only Rick C, and I'm coming to you today with a big channel update. Now, I already recorded this, but my incompetent little ass left out a few key components I needed to bring up as well. And plus, that was recorded at like 5 in the freaking morning, and this is being recorded at 5 in the afternoon. Coincidence? I think not. No, actually, this is a really funny coincidence. I just now realized that. But, ladies and gentlemen, as of when you're seeing this, which hopefully I get this out before the 22nd, this is being recorded as of the 21st. Now, when I recorded it the first time, I had not pre-ordered the game yet, so I alluded to the fact that if I could, then I would. But hang on here. With the recent call from my familia, from La Familia, and a bit of a chat with my pops, we were able to pre-order the game. And we'll be getting it at midnight. So this is very good. We got RCCW2K20 reveal, but that's where the issue also lies. I got this. I had to double check. I know the launch date is on midnight. Sorry, I'm just checking I'm checking the Xbox, make sure I got it. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we do have 2K20 pre-ordered, and I'm gonna start working on building the roster up for 2K20 for both RCCW and CWA. Being my sister fed, please go watch CWA. The link will be in the description. But that begs the question, RCW 2K19 has just gotten started. So where's that leave us? Well, we're going to continue. We're going to finish the season, of course. We're going to finish the season of 2K19, and then move on to 20. I have a plan for all this, so bear with me. Now, I got way behind this season, and that's because Evolve dragged on into, I think March. I could be wrong. At the very least, January. And I procrastinated, wasting my time with the mini CPVs when I should have focused on the big CPVs. That's going to change a lot, because I can officially announce to you fans that there will be no Rookie Awards this year. And the reason being is because I've decided that an RCCW year will be calculated by the cycles, both the cycles being combined. I split RCCW into 2 cycles. There is the odd cycle, which is this cycle, 2K19, and it will end with Beach Blast being the season finale. And the even cycle, which is next game, which will end with Evolve being the season finale. So yes, this will be how it works from now on, and that's how I plan for it to go. Every odd number game will be Beach Blast. Every even number will be Evolve. If this ever changes, expect me to address that. And a full year, this will qualify as a full year. So one odd game and one even game will count as one full year. So basically, next time you see the Rookie Awards, it will be in 2K21. And that will be calculating the 2K19 and 2K20 years together. So your votes will be dependent on that. All that nonsense. Whew. So yes, there will not be the Rookie Awards this year. This game. After the first CPV after Evolve will always be the Rookie Awards. I'm going to bump that to be a major CPV now. I think. I'm going to work on that. See, I'm going to look at my schedule and stuff. But we have, in RCCW, if we're not counting Culture Shock, because Culture Shock's all recorded, I just got to put it together. I have the pre-show, part 1, and part 2 all put together. I have commentary on the pre-show and on part 1. I just got to get commentary for part 2, and I got to finish putting together part 3, which I'm going to get the ring announcer stuff for that after I record this. So after that, there will be 3 more CPVs. It will be, I'm not going to name the other two because I want to get it to be a surprise. But the third CPV will be Beach Blast. And that will be the finale of 2K19. Now, this doesn't mean there will not be any 2K20 content. There will, of course, be like little snippet preview videos, and of course, the roster reveals coming up. Now, coming off this, I have just watched my good friend Lucas's video, and it's good to know that I'm not the only one kind of lagging behind. So I'm glad I'm not alone in that sense. And Lucas is doing something similar to how I am. He's got CPVs left, as do I, and we both gotta go through the season. So unfortunately for RCCW, after Culture Shock, there will be a lack of episodes. Now, when I say lack of episodes, I mean episodes will be cut down. Now, as you know, there's usually 2 episodes of both Battleground and Avalanche leading up to the CPV. Basically, so they can both get built up. You know what I'm saying? But that will unfortunately be cut down heading into the new season. Now, this is not a permanent change. Of course, when we get to 2K20, after the first major CPV of 2K20 is out, we'll go back to the format of 2 episodes of each. This is just to get me through the season faster. So I have to find ways to comp, and I can't just cancel these CPVs, because that would have to affect a lot of my plans. And trust me, the structural integrity of RCCW depends on these plans. I'd have to sit down and heavily edit all these plans, and I feel like just doing the CPVs and getting it over with is a lot better of a sacrifice than cutting it in half and having to rebuild these storylines from scratch. So, yeah. Basically, after Culture Shock, there will be a good amount of Road 2s, but episodes themselves will only be 1 Battleground, 1 Avalanche, and then the CPVs. And this will continue until after the very first 2K20 CPV, that's just to make up for lost time. And speaking of 2K20, hang on here, I'm just trying to read. Yeah, so 2K20. I intend to end the 19 season sometime in, at the very least, December. And I plan to, or at the very least December, but at the most, late January is where I look to end the season. And I look to start the 2K20 season at any time during February, being early or late. At the latest, early March. To make up for lost time, because Evolve ate me alive. I attribute that to some maybe burnout from Evolve, because damn, Evolve was, it was fun, but damn, it was hard work. And I gotta do it again. Hopefully with a few less drug out matches, but nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, that is when you can expect the 2019 season to end and the 2K20 season to begin. And also, I kind of can't even start the season because they don't have custom championships on launch day. And I get 2K had to rebuild this game from scratch, but that feature's been in the game for since they brought it back in 6. They introduced it in, I want to say, either 12 or 13. Took it out in 15, then brought it back in 16, and then it was in 17 and 18 and 19. So how is that not one of the first things to implement, is my question. That's like getting rid of create a woman, which they did at one point. But nonetheless, that's all fixed now. And we can build our women's divisions again. Except when you're Nate Express, because he doesn't have a women's division, nor can he have an opinion on said women's division. And Raw, no, Nate, Raw doesn't count. I love you. I'm kidding. But it just baffles me how you can't implement something that's been in the game for so many years as one of the main priorities. Your main priority should be get the base of everything you've done last year, base that out, and then add the crazy stuff like zombies, monsters, these crazy arenas. You've probably already heard Downtown Jason Brown's rant on it. And to an extent I can agree. But I feel like the novelty of these arenas won't just fade away. I mean, sure, the hype's gonna die down, but I think that deep down Jason knows he's gonna find a use for some of these. I'm pretty sure knowing how crazy CAW is and how crazy Jason is, he can find something. I know I'll find some uses for it, especially over in CWA. That's a bit of a sneak preview for you. So if you want to see these crazy arenas get used more, go to CWA. Click on the link in the description. Please check out CWA. That's where me and my friends, ROCs, fight each other to the death for your entertainment. Maybe not to the death, but you get my point. Basically, it's me and my friends, OCs, fighting it out. It's an original league. So, with that out of the way, I also have to agree with Lucas. I get the game. It may not maybe look the best, and it may not. The controllers are weird. Hit detection is off, which, by the way, I got news that they have fixed the hit detection stuff. But it's like, I get it. It sucks, but we gotta cut 2K a little bit of slack here because they had to rebuild all that stuff by themselves. Yuke's done left, dude. Yuke said, I am about to head out, and they headed out to work on this. I think they're working on another wrestling game. I think I've heard rumors it was like what was it? What is it? A remake or an HD remake of SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. I've heard that. It's just a rumor. But I think they're working on a wrestling game. If you have any info on that, let me know. Because I'm an uncultured swine. But basically, Yuke's is out. And so 2K's got to rebuild all this stuff from the ground up. And, maybe Adam Cole doesn't look the best like he did last year. But I think the best we can do is kind of appreciate what we did get from all this. I mean, we're still getting custom championships. It's not there on day one, but they've stated they're going to add it in eventually. Probably in the first week or month. And plus, to be fair, it takes a lot more than a week and a month to prepare your entire roster, especially with what I'm about to say on my roster, which I'll get to in a second. But I feel like 2K is trying to make the game a little less of a simulation and more of a game with all this crazy kooky stuff. They're really kind of feeding us more stuff to use for our colleagues. I mean, yes, that's a major blow. Create a championship not being on day one is a major blow. And it's, like I said, it's dumb. But we did get some pretty zany stuff that we can use for more zany storylines. And, that's the thing about CAW. You gotta have fun with it. And this is some of the fun stuff I think that we can use for our colleagues. I know Status is gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. Noah will probably find a use for it. There's so much stuff that you can do with this stuff. It's quite amazing. So I really hope that this game, it looks a little bit disappointing. Pulse has said that it's a bit disappointing. I'm pretty sure Chris Danger said something the same. I watch Pulse. Bite me. But that's not going to stop me from pre-ordering the game because I've already pre-ordered it. And even if I change my mind, it's too late now. But I'm not changing my mind. I'm buying the game. I'm staying up to date. And I'm going to give 2K the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes life doesn't work the way you want it to. This game, maybe 2K20 won't be the best, but graphics are only a little bit of the actual game. We can't judge the game because we haven't played it yet. We can only hear from guys like Pulse, guys like Chris Danger, guys like Macho T, guys like Murphs, guys like the 101. Those guys got to play it, and they got to experience it. And, you know, we can't have our own opinion on the game, gameplay-wise, until we actually play it. Now, graphic-wise, of course, go ham. Go ham. That's for everybody. But graphics are only like half the game. You know, when you look at some of these, like, revered games, their graphics are kind of bad. Like, I'll give you an example. One of the greatest games of all time, in my honest opinion, and I'm sure anyone who knows GTA would agree with me. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Honestly, my opinion, the best Grand Theft Auto in the entire franchise. I love Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Following up is either Grand Theft GTA 5 or Vice City. And the thing about Vice City and San Andreas is that their graphics were kind of meh. Because the games were made in like 2004, 2000. I think Vice City was made in like 2001. So like 2 years after the 90s had ended. Stuff's crazy. But those are two of the best GTA games out of the entire franchise. And they've given birth to two of the most iconic characters from GTA. And of course, when it comes to San Andreas, one of the most iconic memes. Oh, big smoke! You know what I'm saying. So, yeah, I feel as though graphics aren't the main thing about the game. I feel we should focus more on when we can really judge the game when we play it. We can't base our opinions on somebody else's opinions, and I hate that about people. Like, we base our opinions around other people's opinions just to fit in. If you genuinely like something, you should be able to sit there and say it loud and proud, okay? It doesn't matter what anyone says. You know, that's their opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But don't base your opinion off somebody else's opinion. Base your opinion off what you feel, how you feel in your heart. It's like in Johnny Gargano's theme song. Be yourself, can't be no one else. You know, be you. Be you when it comes to everything. So got a little bit off track there, but basically, graphics don't really matter as much as the gameplay. So we should save our judgments on gameplay for when the game is released, and by the time you're probably watching this, it probably may be released. Who knows? I'm going to try to get this out before release day, but if I don't, bums. Sorry about that. But, on to other news regarding RCCW. Now, as you will know, this season we had a bit of a roster reveal. It was a 5-part series where I showed off about 20 people per video. Now, we're doing the roster reveal again. That's going to be some of the 2K20 content that you're getting whilst I'm finishing up the season. And you best expect me to drag out these parts as much as I can as to get your fix on 2K20. It's kind of like, you know, you're the dog and I'm the master and I'm bigging the treat over your face. It's like you can get the treat when it's time. You're not the ones working. I'm the one. You get it. It's like, fuck it. I'm basically teasing you. I am teasing you with content. And then that will make it all the more sweeter when the 2K20 season begins. And 2K20, best believe, I'm going to make sure that's a good year for both CWA and RCCW. Keep in mind, I'm running 2 companies. And I don't know if anyone else in CAW is doing this. I mean, I could be wrong. I've just been introduced to the VWU. I just joined up with those guys. So I'm not too sure if any of one of their, like, actively runs records for 2 companies. It's a bit out. If I'm wrong, forgive me. Forgive my incompetent soul. But, you know, when it comes to roster reveal, things are going to be a bit different this year. And when I say a bit different, I mean quite a bit different. Because this year in RCCW, everything was on one account. The King NR WWE account. All of it was there for RCCW. And that's been a hassle for me. So, I took a page out of my brother Noah's book. I made a new account called King Avalanche. And you best believe the roster is getting real split up this year. That's right. I have split up the rosters. I'm going to split up the rosters this year. So Avalanche will be on the King Avalanche account, and Battleground will be on King NR. Those will be the main roster. So that means 100 spaces per brand. This gives me more room to work with, like, interviewers. I can get interviewers. That I can get more people at once for the 24/7 championship shenanigans. I basically can separate everything. Now, it's gonna take some time to get used to, naturally, because I haven't done this before. But you know what? For the sake of getting more people on the roster, I think it's a worthy sacrifice. A small price to pay for salvation. So, when it comes to the roster reveals from Rick C this year, you can expect 4 different types of roster reveals. You will expect the Battleground roster reveal, the Avalanche roster reveal, the NXT roster reveal. I'll get more on NXT here in a bit, and the CWA roster reveal for CWA. Now, how this also going to work is last year there were 5 parts of the entire roster reveal with about 20 per reveal minus the 5th one. That one did not have a full 20. This time around, things are going to be a little bit different. We're going to go a bit of a bigger number. Anywhere between 25 and 30 per video. Because, and I recorded this last night, I didn't actually check my planned roster space. And I can actually go into my Google Doc. You can't see this right now, but I can see it. And hold on here. Roster information. I only have about 50 planned for each brand at this moment. About a couple short of 50. Now, by the time I get the roster reveal, hopefully I will have more people settled. NXT has plenty of people. They're about 20 short of 100, I think. Let me actually check. Oh yeah, they're about only a 20 or so short of 100 people. So NXT will have more than 2 roster reveals. That'll be about 3 roster reveals. As for Avalanche and Battleground, there will probably be, I want to try to aim for 3, but at the most it will probably be 2. 2 mega roster, or maybe just 1 mega roster reveal for each. Maybe I won't do that, but I will try to, thicken the roster up a bit. Also, by proxy, Rick C makes the roster. He's the first revealee of RCCW. Big shocker. So instead of Rick C being revealed as, the first reveal like it was for 2K19, that was the joke. I even let the joke, who thought Rick C was going to make it? But I will not be putting myself in the roster reveal this year. Because you already know I made it's my company. Of course I'm on the roster. I'm going to focus more on the actual talent and the general managers and the interviewers and such and such and such. So yeah, that's how the roster reveals are going to work this year. Now, here comes some bad news, unfortunately. Now, fortunately, this begs the question, with a lot of things getting cut from 2K19, what about NXT? Unfortunately, NXT will be canceled for this season. NXT is not canceled for good because I just said there's going to be a roster reveal for NXT as well. NXT will come back in 2K20, but I feel like I need to focus on the main roster right now. NXT will have TakeOver DC. I will be sure to get TakeOver DC out. And I'll try to build it up as like a more mega event, like add more stuff to it. Because it was going to be a smaller event, but I'm gonna probably make it a bigger one since it is kind of the first event, and feel as though it's a good send off for NXT. So yes, expect that NXT Takeover DC will happen after maybe 1 or 2 more episodes of NXT. So, but it will return in 2K20. As for another thing, and that is the big collaboration show that I said I was going to host, and I still am going to host, with CAWlaboration. I want no one to worry. CAWlaboration is not canceled, and it will not be canceled. But I will be holding it back, because I said it was going to be at the start of the 2K20 season, and I feel like how behind I am, I can't really do that yet. So I've got to pace myself. So I think CAWlaboration will be somewhere in the middle or the end of the 2K20 season. But it will all be recorded in 2K20. So keep that in mind. So that's CAWlaboration for you, mates. We are still doing it. But it's just going to be moved to a different date. Another time. So with that, I think also, hang on here. Let me put myself on Do Not Disturb on Discord. I'm getting messages. But, ladies and gentlemen, I've been going on for almost a half hour now. But that also begs one more thing, is since, 2K20, the roster is still under development, there's still a lot more space for people on the main roster. So I've got to ask, if you guys have any opinions, who would you guys like to see in RCCW? Anybody, there is no wrong answers. Anybody can say. Now, this won't be confirmed if anybody's going to make it on the roster. You can DM me, but I'd prefer if you put it in the comments below, because that's a little less hassle on me. Now, when it comes to, feel free to... Hello. Noah C is at my doorstep at the moment. He is being the big gay. But basically, if you have any ideas for people you want to see in RCCW, let me know. I'll put it all into consideration.
Yeah, like Sticky Corn of the Cat Disputed Era.
Unfortunately, Sticky Corn will not be in the Cat Disputed Era. She counts as an original character. So, yes, there will be no Cat Disputed Era in RCCW. And if you comment that, I will block... No, I'm not going to block you. But... No, big kitty yawns. But basically, that's all the news I got for RCCW CWA. Basically, Rick C in 2K20. I'm gonna finish up this season, and I'm gonna fill the void with some mini webisodes. I got the idea. I'm pretty sure some of these other leagues do webisodes, like one matches. I feel like that'd be pretty cool to do. I can do those. As to get you a glimpse into the 2K season. So, with that all in mind, I think I'm going to call this video off. I have said everything I need to say about the season. And this is way longer than the other video. The other video I did last night was only 10 minutes. This is going on a half hour of just an update. Going through all my plans for the season. Thank you guys for your patience. And expect Culture Shock out soon because... Well, I can't guarantee I'm going to work on part 3 tonight as of recording because 2K20 is coming out and I want to spend some time on that, at least a while, spend some time on that. But other than that, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm at least going to get some production done on it. So with that, I bid you adieu. I am Rick C, and there's been a guest by my idiotic brother, the owner of CAA, Noah C.
Hey, listen, if you made it this far in the video, comment sticky corn.
Yes.
STICKY space CORN.
They know how to spell sticky corn.
Sticky corn.
Sticky corn. Hashtag sticky corn. If you made it this far in the video, hashtag sticky corn. Leave in the comments who you would like to see in RCCW. Remember, anybody is welcome, but just keep in mind that not everybody will be confirmed. It's just, it just goes to like the plans and stuff. It's good, but if I can find something for that person, I'm always welcome to have some new talent in RCCW. And also keep it to, you know, the quota of RCCW. No original characters, please. That's not for this company. OCs go elsewhere. And even, well, I don't really even take OCs for CWA. That's just for me and my friends. But basically, just keep it to cartoons, video games, media, yada yada yada. Basically anything but OCs. And real life wrestling. Like, indie wrestlers are fine, but I don't want any from any major companies like
AJ Styles is going to show up in RCCW.
maybe for the 24/7 shenanigans. I know how much you like your AJ Styles, but basically no one like that for for full-time roster stuff. So yeah, place your suggestions below. Thank you for your patience, and C4K bids you adieu. Subscribe to everybody in the description below, or I'm gonna have to cut you into little pieces and feed you to Sticky Corn and Caramera Mumu and Smoky Willikers. The Cat Disputed Era will dine upon you if you do not subscribe to everybody. Put on notifications, yada yada yada. YouTube banter. I'm Rick C, and I hope you guys enjoy 2K20 and the rest of what RCCW and CWA has to offer.
Woo!
Peace out.
Love you guys.
Love you.